Hello everyone, today I am here in Mays Landing, New Jersey, outside of their Chuck E. Cheese. Now this is the furthest south CEC location here in the state of New Jersey, so if you go any further south, you will not see any more CEC locations. This is the last. So we're going to go in there and check out their remodel, which they got last year, and see all their games and their art and everything else they might have inside. So let's get in there and see this store. Alright guys, now let's start this tour off right here in the showroom, and already I can tell that this is going to be one of the cheapest refreshes I have seen so far. So, right here we have the video wall, which is standard, whether it's a remodel or refresh, 2021 or later they get a video wall, and then they have all 5 character pieces, 2 on this side of the video wall, and then 3 on that side. However, they do not have any TV on either side, so that's one thing that they did not bother getting here. And then, if you look over here to the front of the video wall, they have the old Phase 5 benches. I believe these are the new tables, though, unless these are also the Phase 5 tables. I'm not sure, but the tables do look like the new style that they do use for 2.0. Whether they were here before 2.0 or not, I'm not sure. But they have the video wall and then the Phase 5 benches, and then you'll see here that they did not get new carpet for 2.0. They still have their 2010s carpet. This is the second time I've been to a refresh where they kept the old carpet. The first one was at Charleston, West Virginia. Now, they do have the 2.0 high-top tables and chairs on both sides of the dance floor, so that is one new thing they got. All the refreshes I've been to have had those. And then they did get a 2021 model dance floor right here, and it looks like it's in pretty good shape, unless there's a little bit... No, that's not. Oh yeah, there is one discolored pixel right there, but other than that, it looks pretty good. But this is a pretty new dance floor, so it should be. To the right of the showroom, they have the party word mark sign. Right underneath there, they have the Phase 5 booths to match their Phase 5 benches, so they did not get new booths either. None of the refreshes do. And then they have this generic sticker sign, electrical room employees only. To the left-hand side of the showroom, they have the 5 Chucky Silhouettes piece. They have a door right there, which is unlabeled, and then there's the 5 Chucky Silhouettes piece, is the 4-panel larger version. And then to the left of the showroom, they have the Avenger Ticket Blaster with the Rockstar top. This is the second time I've seen this configuration. The first was at Tolley Road, San Jose, California, and now here's the second time I've seen it. So that is a thing. They have Rockstar back, Avenger top, and they have Avenger back, Rockstar top. They have a couple more Phase 5 benches just sitting here, and then they also have the 2.0 stripes painted on this wall, the emergency exit only sign for 2.0, newer font, and then they have the smaller 3-pad trampoline zone with 1 piece, just Chucky's, because of those windows right there, so they couldn't put any others. Alright, so now that you've seen the showroom, let's take a look at their kiddie game area, which is next. So first up, we have this carousel with the carriage and the 2 horses. Then they have Pirates Hook and Disney Pixar Cars right there. They have some more booths right here going through here. Then they have the Octonauts ride. They have Photo Ride, Rockstar, Rockstar, Avenger, all the buttons, Avenger there, Rockstar, Rockstar, Avenger, and Avenger. So just a complete mix of everything. Oh, and I just realized, Munch has a Rockstar button. So it's just a complete mix for this photo ride, no uniformity whatsoever. Then here we have Jet Rider. We have the blue Chuck E. Cheese's race car. And they have a Zombie Land Battle right here in front of the trampoline zone. They have the Minions Whack-A-Mole. They have the Chuck E. Cheese's Van Ride. They have PJ Masks, Duo Drive. They have Chuck E. Cheese's Rainbow. And this is actually interesting. I was at a third-party mall arcade, and I saw Rainbow there, just didn't say Chuck E. Cheese's. I'll put a picture of it. I thought that was interesting. I thought Rainbow was a custom skin here of Snow Day for Chuck E. Cheese, but it is not. The company sells Rainbow separately, just without the Chuck E. Cheese logo there. So I thought that was interesting. Then they have Kogan Wild Boat. They have the Avenger Sketchbook. They have the Rockstar Air Hockey Table. They have Crab Rush right there. And then to the left of the trampoline zone here, we have a few more kiddie games before we go into the regular game room. SpongeBob Super Striker, Dog Pounder, Hoop Troop, and I believe that is it. So now we're going to go into the regular game room, which is not the biggest here at this store. We're going to start off with Baseball Pro, Real Heroes Fire Rescue, Big Basketball Pro, Iceman, Power Roll. They have 5 alley rollers here without marquee. They do have 2.0 stripes painted back there. And they have 2 NBA hoops. Here's their front windows. They have the lit crown molding and Chuck E. Cheese word mark up there, and then they have Phase 5 booths all along here. We'll take a closer look at that stuff later. Then they have Carnival Cups, Terminator Salvation, and Tippin' Blocks, and then, as a lot of the stores do, the kiddie ride area and regular game room is separated by all of these Phase 5 booths right here. Then they have Tightrope, H2 Overdrive, and Mega Blaster. They have Flying Tickets, Pac-Man Chomp Mania, which I don't think I've ever seen before here at CEC, so that's interesting. I might have, though. I'm not 100% sure, but it doesn't look familiar. They have Deadstorm Pirates, which I've definitely seen, Avengers Coin Pusher, which I've also definitely seen, and one thing I did want to note about this store, since we're in New Jersey state regulations, or at least county regulations, do not allow for jackpot payouts in redemption arcades, so everything here is 4 tickets no matter what you spin. Everything here is 4 tickets. All that is either a certain amount of tokens or 4 tickets, and you'll see that like for all the games here. The super bonus is 4, it doesn't matter. That is due to state regulations, not this store specifically being cheap. Here's another great example, Black Hole, 4 tickets, and then that's all 4, no matter how you get it. Then they have Snowboarder right here. They have All You Can Play with Chucky Silhouette. It's the smaller square version. They have Fast and the Furious Supercars, Fruit Ninja FX, and Jurassic Park Arcade. They have one 2.0 TV ring in this store. It is right there. Then they have Crazy Tower. Over here on the other side of Fast and the Furious, they have Sky Riders. They have the Where a Kid Can Be a Kid word mark up there. Then they have the Rockstar Fun Photo Booth. They have Disney Crossy Road, which normally I see regular here, so Disney is always fun to see. And then over here, they have Justice League Whack-A-Mole and Full Tilt. Oh, and they have a now hiring sign with the older Rockstar logo right there. All right, now normally at this point I would reset back in the showroom and take a look at the counter area. However, since I'm already up here in the front of the store, right here by it, let's just go and work our way back towards the showroom. So they have the pizzeria and games above the menu boards. However, they did not get the new tiles. This is a very cheap refresh. They have the pizza sizes thing there to the left-hand side. They have the ad TV, and then they have the lit crown molding. However, there's a lot of bulbs burnt out. They do have a salad bar. This is not a low volume location. They did not get the new wood floors, of course, since they did not get the new carpet either. Salad bar, caution wet floor sign right there. And then here they have a decal of Rockstar Chuck, which is interesting. Never seen it like that before. Here is their prize counter. They do have a Star Cap Chuck right here. This is the first piece of old signage I've seen so far in this store. Here's their prize counter. They do have all 6 Squishmallows. They have the large Bella, and they have the small Bella. However, I do not see small Pasquale, unfortunately. So they only got Bella in here. And there's the rest. They do have the U1 sign up there that lights up. There is Star Cap Chuck once again. I'm glad he lives on. Unfortunately, Willowdale removed their Star Cap sign, so Star Cap is extinct on the outside of the store. However, of course, it lives on and stuff like this. But I'm glad I got to see that at Willowdale while it was still there. They do have their old balls from the Ball Claw right here that they got rid of. Then they have their signature dough made fresh by hand right here sign to the left of the prize counter. They have the Thirst Station sign. They have the older Pepsi machines. They do have the nice new tiles under there, caution wet floor sign, and then once again they have the old tiles. They have the Pasquale's Kitchen sign, order pickup arrow sign, and then they have the pickup window back there with the 2.0 pickup sign. And then down here, they have another one of these generic sticker signs, restroom sign up there, and then they have the generic men's and women's. And I will pop in to see if they got a restroom remodel from before 2.0 or whatever, if they have old tiles or not. And then here's another 2.0 emergency exit only sign, new font. All right, guys, now let's do a quick history lesson on the Chuck E. Cheese here in Mays Landing, New Jersey. This location opened in December of 2001 with a 32 movement Studio C beta stage. This was the only location in New Jersey to have a 32 movement beta stage. There were no others in New Jersey. This was the only one. And if we look over here, we can see that Chucky's picture is where Chucky would have stood on the beta stage. It would have went from right there to right there. That's where the stage would have went, and they did put Chucky's picture right there, which I love to see. Nice reference to the stage, of course. They would have opened with the 90s remodel since it was 2001. However, clearly they do not have 90s remodel furniture. So at some point, I'm not sure of the exact date, but they did get the 2013 update. It would have either been in 2013 or 2014, I'm sure. However, they did get rid of their 90s remodel. It looks like they never had showroom walls in here, so that wasn't something they had to get rid of, but they did get rid of all their 90s art, and they installed the 2013 Rockstar posters and all that kind of stuff, purple walls, and then this furniture. So that is something they did, and then that lasted with their 32 movement beta stage all the way up until May of 2024 when this location got the 2.0 refresh. And then they replaced their beta stage with the video wall and dance floor. However, they kept a lot of the 2013 elements, such as the old furniture, old carpet, and old tiling over there. I did peek inside the restrooms. They did get a restroom remodel. It's not the original ones. However, I'm sure that was during the 2013 update, not during 2.0. This remodel was very limited, so I doubt they got new restrooms during that. That's one of the most expensive things to do, so I would not be surprised if that was done during the 2013 update. As I said, on the outside, this location is the furthest south in New Jersey. There's none further. So actually, I stay in Wildwood during the summer, and this is actually the closest CEC to me, to there. I actually passed this location, drove by this shopping center several times before it got 2.0. However, I never stopped in because I knew they just had a beta stage. I would have if they had the full band. However, I just never did because it just had the beta stage, and I regret that, especially because I've seen several beta stages. However, I've only seen the 2013 Rockstar art one time. That's crazy how that art that has the current version of the character is so rare anymore. It's kind of insane how they've just killed all that off, but I'm glad I got to see it. Still here with 2.0 though, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tour. All right, now out here at Kid Check, they have a couple advertisements for the trampoline zone and the Fun Pass. They have the hand sanitizing thing up there, and then here at the exit, they have the large 2.0 Chuck logo up there. And now out in the lobby, they have the mission statement. They have good behavior guidelines, no firearms allowed, and then they have the Have a Chucky Day green silhouette. All right, everyone, well, that's going to conclude my visit here to the Chuck E. Cheese in Mays Landing, New Jersey. I had a good time in there. It was nice doing that live stream. If you guys joined, I really appreciate it. Now, CEC was giving Fun Pass holders this week only 500 free e-tickets. That's the whole reason I came out here tonight. So I finally completed my Gumball plush collection. Here's Bella. I have all 6 now. That's all done. And then I also got the Big Head Chucky plush. So now I have Chucky, Jasper, and Pasquale for the $12.99 Big Head plush. So it's nice to get these and add more plush to my collection. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.